want to give a warning to everybody who's about to watch this video that this is something that will probably and it should make you very, very angry. Now, this is something that all Canadians should be concerned of. This is a big problem in our country. It is something called MAID. It stands for Medical Assistance in Dying. And now this was usually used for terminally ill patients who are suffering to have a dignity and go out on their own terms. But this MAID, medical assistance in dying, has been expanded to mentally ill people and people who just are not happy with their lives. So I'm going to pull up an article on the screen right now so you guys can see what I'm talking about. Women with chemical sensitivities chose medically assisted death after a failed bid to get better housing. And folks, this is just so sad to see. And this should make you sad and this should make you very, very angry. A 51-year-old Ontario woman with severe sensitivities to chemicals chose a medically assisted death after her desperate search for affordable housing free of cigarette smoke and chemical cleaners failed, advocates say. The woman's assisted death appears to be a first in the world for someone diagnosed with multiple chemical sensitivities, a chronic condition also referred to as an environmental illness or environmental allergies, says patient support groups and doctors familiar with her case. So, the government sees me as expendable trash, a complainer, useless, and a pain in the ass, says Sophia. This is just so sad. Said in a video filmed on February 14th, 8 days before her death, and shared with CTV News by one of her friends. So, just horrible stuff, guys. Horrible. She died after a frantic effort by friends, supporters, and even her doctors to get her safe and affordable housing in Toronto. She also left behind letters showing a desperate 2-year search for help, in which she begs local, provincial, and federal officers for assistance in finding a home away from the smoke and chemicals wafting through her apartment. Sophia asked a supporter to share correspondence with the media, but asked that her real name not be used to protect her family. She also did not want media attention prior to her death, says friends, fearing eviction and a delay of her medically assisted death. This person begged for help for years, 2 years, wrote everywhere, called everywhere, asked for healthy housing, says Ronnie Pires, president of the Environmental Health Association of Quebec. Pearl said she spoke to Sophia daily after finding out the woman had applied for being approved for a medically assisted death. The Quebec group was assisting Ontario patients with MCS after similar Ontario organization shut down years ago due to a lack of funding. And this is a quote that's really quite sad. It's not that she didn't want to live. She couldn't live that way. So it's not that she didn't want to live. She just couldn't live that way. And this is so sad that the Canadian government would rather just have people die than actually help them. And I was watching a fellow YouTuber, Clyde, do something. He talked about this. He talks about this quite frequently. There's also a story of a man who applied for MAID, medical assistance in dying, because he didn't want to be homeless. And he's quoted saying, "I don't want to die, but I don't want to be homeless more than I don't want to die." So crazy stuff, folks. I want to know your guys' thoughts in the comments down below. I do agree that this should be like a thing for terminally ill people to go out with dignity, but it should not be expanded to the extent of just anybody who doesn't like their life could apply for it. I feel like the government should be trying to do more to actually help these people, rather than just sign them up for suicide, pretty much. So I want to know your guys' thoughts down below in the comments. This is quite despicable in my opinion. If you're new to my channel, subscribe, hit the like button, share this, leave a comment down below letting me know your thoughts, and I'll see you guys in the next one.